Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we are talking about what game would be our dream game.
Perfect in all things.
It's titties.
Well, I mean exactly what your game's going to be. But yeah, so we're talking about with current, because we started to go off on a bit of a roller coaster here, thinking like the perfect game, be plugging into the Matrix and it'd be amazing. We have to kind of constrain that thought.
I was looking at the woman in the red dress.
Yeah, that would be your game. You wouldn't even bother fighting the machines. You'd be like, can we go back to the woman, please?
It's like, I will betray the resistance if you give me several hot ass women to screw on a nightly basis.
You would be Cypher. You're actually starting to look like him as well.
A little bit.
But yeah, with current generation technology and potential for games, like, keeping it in the real world, what would be our perfect game? And I think we're kind of converging a little bit.
Yeah, I think as we discussed it, our sort of trajectories became pretty much aligned as to what we wanted.
And I think it comes from the fact that when we're talking about perfect game, it's all about empowerment of the gamer. So how do we start this off? So basically, I think having a game where anything is possible, is the absolute pinnacle. And a lot of games try to give you that feeling, which is admirable. But like a good example you said earlier was like, if you want to be a shopkeeper, you run a shop, but you want to be able to change a light bulb.
Yeah.
Something like, oh, they thought about that. And I was always that kind of person when we did game reviews, thinking they've remembered to change the sound of the floor when you walk on that bit.
Yeah.
And that adds to that immersion, adds to that crafting of the world. And I think that's the really important part. You could have a game where you could do anything you want to do in that environment. So if it's a Mass Effect space opera, you might want to be a pirate, or you might want to be just a trader on a post and get to know the people on that particular outpost.
Yeah, you might want to be like a trader with a tiny little ship that's always needing repairs, and you have to do those repairs and buy parts and like trade your goods, and
be able to buy a new chisel or
be able to get out when you arrive wherever you're going and go to the bar and pick up women and shag women in 0G.
Yeah, that's exactly where you're going. So you would be a brothel owner, wouldn't you, with no customers?
Well, no, I would indulge heavily in my own stock.
Stock, fucking hell. But yeah, I think that's where it comes down to. And having a perfect game, it will always be something out of reach. And a lot of companies are, putting out the big marketing materials to say, okay, you can do anything you like in these particular environments. You can have millions and millions of planets in the universe you can visit and stuff, but it's still you can't do everything you want to do in those places.
Yeah, I think if I were to make a perfect game, it would be as close to real life as possible, except I would have the option to do anything I wanted in it. So if I wanted to run people over like in GTA, I could do that. If I wanted to run a shop, I could do that. If I wanted to be a trucker, I could do that. That for me is just, given the huge amount of choices, it's unrealistic, but that would be the game I'd want to play. And I know there are games that will cater for that. So you've got games like Euro Truck Simulator, for instance, if you want to be a truck driver.
Focused on a thing.
Yeah, but you can't get out your truck. You're stuck. And
you can't necessarily use all the ththings in your truck.
No, you can buy like a laptop to sit on your seat, but you can't use it. It's just there for decoration.
Yeah, there's lots of things like that. I remember in the game we did recently, Rebel Outlaw.
Yeah.
You could buy an Astroneer dongle thing to put on your dash.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything with it.
No, I just sat there.
So there's plenty of things in those kind of games where you might want to explore, but you can't. And even in any game that's persistent, and you'd have somebody that's put a lot of time into it. Any kind of MMORPG is that kind of ilk of wow, and the feeling of just my character is so much of a level and it can do all these things. That is an important part, but to have the accessibility for someone to join that game, the equivalent of becoming an infant and growing up through it.
Obviously, like the main purpose of WoW is to quest and hit things and do all that. But then you've got stuff like fishing, and you've got tailoring. You can make clothes and sell clothes, so you can effectively have a trade in the game. And like, you don't have to wear your armor. You can have like a casual outfit that doesn't have any good for combat, but it looks nice.
There's plenty of options, and that's kind of where I think the idea of a perfect game has to be left to the side, because the power that you'd need, computing power, to actually have a game where you could do anything you want whenever you want, would effectively be an entirely new universe, wouldn't it? A simulation of a universe which we might be in anyway. Do 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 do.
No, Joe Rogan just does a lot of hallucinogenics.
Probably, but he's done
He's
well
like,
for it.
wow, I took this thing that's famous for giving you visions, and I had a vision, and now I think it's real. What?
He's a good one for calling out bullshit.
Yeah.
He's experienced it. But anyway, that's our kind of our thoughts on perfect game. We're going to do 2 separate videos of what would our perfect games be.
But then they sort of became one game. So
Yeah.
It's like,
So it's kind of like an interesting thought experiment that's turned into a single video.
yeah, I mean, I think the main problem we have against that is when game designers build a game, they have like one defining thing that this game does.
It's a gimmick.
They want it to do well. Like first-person shooters, obviously, shooting is very important. But you will have various games which do cater sort of certain parts off to the side. Like a very good, I can't remember the name of the game. I think, it's called Techno Lust. It's a misleading title. It's not a porn game, I promise. Which is a rarity, yes, but
And you're telling us about it, so even
Yes.
more doubt is.
But
sure.
it's a VR game, and you wander around. And there's this bit where you're at like this shuttle sort of landing port, and you're trying to get past the guard to like get on the shuttle. And you can talk to other people, and it's in VR, so you can go up to them and like do all that stuff. And because I'm me, I obviously want a better look at this lady's sweater meats. And I put my head closer and closer, and eventually, basically, I had my head on her chest, and I could hear her heartbeat. I was like blown away. I was like, "Fuck me, they know me so well."
Or it was just your own heartbeat that you were feeling in your head.
That was only in one ear. Or maybe having a stroke. I don't know.
But that's exactly it. I mean, yeah, the ability to do things, and you get caught with like, oh, they thought about that. Well
Yeah.
done. Would make you get closer to that perfect game. Like, how did they think of? One of the things that happened to me like that was when I played Detroit Become Human.
Oh, what, the menu lady
Yeah,
who never comes back once you say she can go? I'm like, you bitch. You're supposed to come back.
but there was a period I was playing it quite late one evening, just to kick things off. Thought I'd get a good grounding before I had the weekend to play it. And so I came back on Saturday, and then she was like, "Are you okay? It's been a while since you played, and it was quite late." And I'm like, "Fucking what?" And I'm sure, obviously, it was a scripted response. It's not like she's actually an AI, but it gave you the impression that she had noticed, and she had these pre-recorded things to say to you. And I was like, "Fucking hell, that's great."
Yeah, she's definitely not an AI. Otherwise, she would have been very annoyed with what I did.
So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing, and for me, the style of game is always going to be that RPG, immersive experience. So to have something where you could just immerse yourself in, just like Ready Player One, that is my film. Really, that's exactly my idea of just putting yourself into something and immersing yourself. Fantastic. That would be my perfect game.
Yes, and you have a haptic suit where you can have your genitals fondled. Fondled.
Yeah.
Fondled.
I mean, you'd have to have that in the game, You'd have to be part of it.
Yeah.
But that's all we've got to say about perfect games. So let us know down in the comments what your idea of a perfect game would be. That'd be really interesting to see, actually, wouldn't it? Yeah, you can have tits in the comments. That's fine, but not as a video response. You might get banned.
No, video response, please.
But guys, thank you for watching. We have videos coming every Wednesday and Saturday, so check back then for some more awesome content.
And don't forget, if you did like what you saw today, please consider subscribing down below. And if you do, just ring that little bell so we get a chance at actually letting you know we have a video out. That'd be good.
Ding-a-ling!
There it goes.
That was worth it. Totally totes worth
You had a
it.
bit of a wind up on that one.
I was trying to spit out the camera. I almost got it. You're in range.
I know I'm in range, that's what I'm worried about.
So if that hasn't put you off, please like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a great deal.
Take it easy, guys.
Ciao.